Hey guys, it's Kelly, Ambulance Girl 77, and I wanted to just share this quick project with you. This is a super simple thing that you can make with probably things that you have on hand, or you can use the specialized tools that they have to, not really specialized tools, but certain products that they have to make this easier. This is a Christmas gift tag, but it's a shaker gift tag. And so I thought we would make this one. But you can do these in any style. Like here's one that is, I just have this thing for this color combo this year. This reminds me of this paper pad that came out a year or so, maybe more ago. It was like all about hot cocoa and I think gingerbread man or something, but like the red and chocolate brown and soft brown, khaki kind of color. I have been all about that. Like I'm even doing cards in this color combination. So anyway, you can totally do this in any way you want. You can do it in your traditional red and green, just green, you know, red and white and whatever. You know, the sky is the limit on this. But I thought that today we would do this one. So, MFT makes these little replenishment shaker pouches. Not using that today, I'm just going to use a piece of acetate. Here is one that I made with the MFT, you know, so it's just slightly different. We're going to make one with acetate today. So what we're going to need is some craft foam. This is the acetate that I'm using. This is the Cricut Cuttlebug Embossables acetate sheets. I buy this every single time I see it on sale at Joann's. So we need that. I'm going to use the MFT. This is the circle shaker window and frame die, and I'm using this zigzag frame. So you could use any variation of any of that. Alright, so the first thing I did was I cut out 2 pieces of the craft foam from the frame die. And this is the frame die. What I have noticed is that if you cut these out right now and you glue them together, when you come back to them, they're going to be distorted because they're kind of shrinking back into shape. When you put the foam through your die cut machine, when I do it, it just smashes the crap out of it. And it takes a while for it to kind of puff back up and come back into shape. So I have been, I cut a bunch of them and I just kind of set them to the side so that they could all puff up and, you know, come back to them later. I have pre-glued this together, but we would be gluing, you would glue your 2 circles together. I've already done that so that you don't have to sit around and watch glue dry with me. So we're going to grab our bottom piece, which is, I've chosen this red. I like to drop this circle on it and just sit on there because you can kind of see it's centered. It kind of helps gauge that center a little bit. I'm going to grab some glue runner. I'm going to put tape kind of, you know, in the middle, not getting it to the edges, just not so it doesn't seep over the edge. That's all I'm trying to stop, is it getting over the edge of the product or project. You know, and just kind of eyeballing it. I'm just going to set it in here. It fits perfectly because it's the center. This circle is the center of what comes from the center of the frame die. So it fits perfectly in there. So now I'm going to pull this back up because that's our outside piece. I'm going to put the smallest amount of glue on my my circle foam thing, and I'm really just, see, I wish I had not got that close to the edge, but it's the underside, so it'll be okay. I'm really just trying to put enough glue on here to keep it down. I just don't want to put a ton on here. I've tried this using tape, you know, like this kind of tape, score tape, where you peel the backing off, and it really just distorts the foam. So we're going to just do our best to use glue. I used glue on all the other ones. It didn't have any problems. So it's just kind of, the only thing that's really important is to just not use too much. And I like to pile on the glue. So, and now we're just going to drop this right where it into position, right where it goes over that or around that ring. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes, you sort of can. I apologize right now if there's any black cat hairs on here, because I think everybody that everyone that knows me knows my Penelope gets right up and sits right here, especially if I'm working on something. So hopefully there's no black hairs trapped in my in my gift tags, right? Okay, so there is that, and that is really we're halfway done. We're halfway done. Now we pick some what you call them, sequins, shaker things to put in there, and I am going to go with some tiny little silver stars. You know what? Let me grab my powder. Let me use my powder tool really quick. Let me pull this. Just to make sure. I'm going to go ahead and use that. So, silver stars. And I'm going to go with some little red glossy sequins. Oh, that one's broke. That'll never work. That'll never work. If I can get it back out. All right, it's out of here. Some red. I'm gonna go with these glossy, clear, iridescent ones because I love them. What else? What else? What else? Oh, I think we're gonna go with these white ones too. And that's probably enough shaker bits in there for me. Yeah, that's enough shaker bits in there. For my taste anyway. And then we're going to put the top on it. Now, get that off of there. Okay, so this is, I cut this with that Lawn Fawn zigzag circle die that I showed. Grab it. I cut it with this one. There is a coating on this acetate, so we got to take that off. And it's really just as simple as, like, you can't even see that. You can't even see it. Nope, that doesn't make it any better. But you just kind of grab you can sort of see what side it's on. And I think I'm seeing it wrong. Yeah, it's the side that's a little more dull. You just grab there we go, the craft knife at the corner. Comes right off. I'm going to use my powder tool in the middle of it just to try to help keep my sequins from sticking to the top. Because I used glue on this one, or not glue, I used glitter and no powder tool on this, and if you can see that all of the glitter is stuck to the acetate. So we're not doing that one. Not doing that one this time. Okay, now we're going to go back to gluing things. Alright, so now we used a tiny bit of glue before. We're going to use an even tinier bit to put on this, and it's really easy to go overboard with the glitter. Like I'm putting, I'm not sure if you can tell, this being white glue on white foam. I am putting the tiniest bit, and like I said, I've done all of these using the same tiny amount, and there's no problem. Nothing's coming out, nothing's sliding around, so we're good on that. And then, now that the glue is on there, I'm just going to try to line the little scallops up as best I can. They're not going to be perfect, and it's totally okay if they're not. It's not, it's not that important. So just lining it up as best I can. And when I mean like lined up, I'm talking like the scallops to the scallops on the back. So the good thing is if it's not completely exactly like, you know, mountain, valley, it'll be okay. Phone's ringing. All right, so there it is. It's on there. I'm gonna, whoops, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry. Okay, so now that is on there. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue runner on the back side of the circle that we cut. This is the slider or the shaker frame, and just kind of, you know, try to keep it on the paper and not all over the edges. Anything does kind of creep out. Again, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm applying glue tape, so it's okay that you can't see this. It's not that big a deal. Get any little stray glue that wants to be on the edge. I'm gonna get that off. Sorry guys, I keep going out of frame. Process videos is not something that I normally do. Okay, still have a little glue, went a little bit tape crazy here. Okay, think I got all of it. So then we're gonna just put, I'm gonna kind of tip it up so I can see, but there's no science here. Just put it right on top of that white foam ring. That is where it's supposed to go, so it'll fit perfectly. Now, since I did use the foam and the acetate instead of the MFT shaker pouches, you can see the white foam in there. You know, there are options if that bothers you. You can get some like fancy string and wrap it around there and tie a little bow. You can use some baker's twine or some trim, or there's any number of things that you could do. Okay, so now it's on there, it's shaking, all is good. The last couple things to do is the back. So I cut this piece to coordinate with the front and an extra white disc. Now here's where what I'm gonna do. I'll reuse these from year to year to year, because that's just how I roll. I decorate with typically the same colors. I may switch up the theme, but my color palette is pretty traditional for Christmas. And so either I will put the to and from on there with possibly, you know, removable adhesive, or which that doesn't sound like, you know, because then it could come off. The reality is of it, if I use this one and I say this is, you know, to hubby from wifey, he'll get it again next year. It'll be on another present for him next year. So I plan to use them from year to year. If you don't, then it's nothing to, you know, nothing to worry about. You can always make some more next year. So I'm gonna just use a little bit of tape and put my decorative piece on the back of the project. I'm having difficulties with the tape runner today. Like, I have it all over me. So nothing, you know, no science here either, just centering it as best I possibly can. Oops, there it is. I'm gonna grab a little to and from stamp. There's one right here. Put that there so there's enough room to see. Let's grab some ink. Grab some Versafine, Versamark, whatever that stuff's called. My to and from is stamped. Ham's clean. Oh, that's good. And then I'm just going to put some more tape on the back and attach it to the back. Poke my hole real quick. I was using the crocodile, the smaller side, and just going to the top center, putting it right in there, making sure I'm where I want to be, and then just popping a hole. It doesn't go, you know, it goes all the way through front to back, but it doesn't open anything up, so if you had fine glitter or something in there, it wouldn't come out. Pick a string for the hanger. Got a string. We put this to and from on the back. So the hole's at the top, so we kind of know that it's going to go right about here. I should have used red ink. Red ink would have been cute. Red ink would have been cute. Oh well, I'll have to do another one. And then just find something that'll help kind of poke the string through. You may come back and add a bow to it, but that is it. You have a shaker, gift tag that really would go together super fast if I weren't trying to, you know, if I weren't talking and stuff. This is a real simple project, and I hope you all like it. Thank you for bearing with me for 15, 16 minutes. Anyway, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.